Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in our previous lecture we learned about images in HTML. What kind of tags do we need in order to add those images? What kind of attributes do we need? How can we give a location of an image? How can we define the path of an image? And also we learned about the absolute path and relative path. So in our today's lecture we're going to learn about lists in HTML. So we're going to learn how many kinds of lists are there in HTML, what are the uses of those lists, how can you add those lists, what kind of tags do you require. So without any further delay, let's begin. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have already created a new file over here. It's called new.html. I have also opened the same file in Google so that we can see the output. I'm going to add a title right now and I'm going to say lists. As we are now today, we're going to learn about lists. So first, how many types and how many kinds of lists are there in HTML? So there are actually three kinds of lists in HTML. Number one is called the unordered list, number two is called the ordered list, and number three is the descriptive list. So in our today's lecture we will learn about two lists, ordered and unordered. So let's begin. So let's see, what kind of tags do you need in order to write an unordered list? So first I'm going to add a less than sign. Now I'm going to press UL, and if I press tab I can auto select everything, and now I have to press enter. So this basically this is the main tag of the list, and it tells your compiler that you're about to open a list in HTML. So over here, as you know, in every list there are list items. So we are going to add a list item and we're going to say li as in list item, and we're going to add an item called water over here, and I'm going to close it, and now I'm going to press enter. I'm going to press another li over here, and I'm going to say t, and then last li over here, and we're going to add coffee. So I'm going to press Ctrl S. I'm going to refresh over here. As you can see, our unordered list has arrived. And also note a difference over here. In our unordered list, we only have bullets. We might have bullets, we have some circles, we might have some squares, but there is no specific sequence or order inside of unordered list. But inside of ordered list, we have sequence like 1, 2, 3, maybe A, B, C. We can use various kinds of characters. We can use Greek, Latin, any character you want, but we will see how you can edit it when we go and learn CSS. But for now we will only see how can you make these lists. So now I'm gonna open another list over here. I'm gonna say UL again. Right now we're about to create a sub list beneath water, so I'm gonna open another UL. I'm gonna add an li, and I'm gonna say warm, or we can give an option of cold. So I'm going to press Ctrl S, refresh. Now as you can see, the first list that we made had circles, and our sub list has hollow circles. So this is the main difference between a sub list and a main list. This is how you can differentiate between the two. So guys, I'm pretty sure that now we have learned about unordered list, how to use UL and how to use li. Now let's see how can we create the same list using ordered list. So let's see. Okay guys, so now let's create an ordered list. So as you can see, I have the same file over here, and for the unordered list we use the tag called UL, U as in unordered and L as in list. So we're going to use something very similar. I'm going to press a less than sign, and I'm going to say OL. So OL as in order list. So the same thing, I'm going to close it. I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to press enter. And inside of our OL we can add our list items. So let's try to add the same list items we added in our unordered list. I'm going to say li, and over here I will say water. I'm going to press enter. Now I'm going to say T, and over here I will say coffee. So let's press Ctrl S, refresh. As you can see, our ordered list has appeared. So one thing to notice over here guys, that in unordered list we never had a sequence. We didn't know what was first, second and third apart from how it was written. Over here you can very clearly see that water is first, tea is second, and coffee is third, and this has a proper sequence. So this is the main difference between an ordered list and an unordered list. So let's try to create a sublist over here. I'm going to say it's OL again, and over here we can say li, warm or cold. So let's say cold over here. Okay, great. So Control S, refresh. So as you can see, we have created 1, 2, another list over here, water, warm, cold. This is the sub list right over here. Okay, and we can also change 1, 2, 3 to ABC. So let's see how we can do that. So for that, I have to go inside of my OL tag right over here before the greater than sign, give it a space, and over here you can say type, and then you can say is equal to and inverted commas, and over here you can write the type of the list. I'm going to write A and press Ctrl S. I'm going to refresh. As you can see, it has changed to A, B and C. So what happens if I press capital A? I'm going to say Ctrl S, and when I refresh, as you can see, it has changed to capital A, B and C. So let's see how you can also change the sublist. So for that, I go into the sublist. This is my sublist right over here. I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to enter some space, and over here I can say type equals inverted commas, and I can use small a. Control S, refresh. As you can see, this is capital ABC, and now we have a sublist that is small abc. Okay, so now let's see how can you repeat the same process and change the order and the shapes of unordered list. We can change the bullets into squares and also into hollow circles. So let's see how can we do that. Okay guys, so as you can see, I have already created an unordered list over here, as you can see in your Google window too. So let's see how can you change the shape of the circle to square, or maybe this list into hollow square and this list into squares. So for that, go into the UL before the greater than sign, add some space, press type equals inverted commas, and over here if you write circle, Control S, refresh, you can see the whole list now has hollow circles. So let's say I want squares over here instead of hollow circles. So for that, I jump into this UL, I put some space over here, I say type equals inverted commas, and I can say square, Control S, and we have squares. So for example, you want to add another list after hot, then what do you do? So it's all the same process. All you do is click over here, jump beneath hot, add a tab, you add a UL again, and in this UL you can add another list item, and you can call it A, and we can call this B, and this is going to be your third sublist. As you can see, our third sublist has appeared. So let's change these squares into circles again. So for that, all we have to do is jump into UL, we have to say type equals, and all we have to say is circle over here. Control S, refresh, and as you can see, we have changed them into circles. So very similarly guys, we can also connect two kind of lists together, like an ordered list and an unordered list. All I have to do is create a list over here, and we will join an unordered list with an ordered list. So for that, you repeat the same process. I'm going to say water over here, and then we can say tea over here. Okay, so as you can see, this is going to be a very simple ordered list or unordered list, and we're going to add an ordered list right over here. We're going to say OL, LI, and over here I'm going to say hot or warm. Control S, refresh. As you can see, we have added an unordered list and an ordered list together. This is how you can join as many lists as you want. You can just keep going and it will keep creating sublists. So guys, this is all for today. I really hope you enjoyed today's lecture, and in the next class we will learn about what are descriptive lists. So that's all for today guys. I hope you understood everything we tried to learn today, and I will see you in the next one.